Yeah, hi Neil. I wanted to show you just a little about maybe what we could do for you. I took a couple hours and put some slides and some graphics together, and I'm showing you this on a simulator. As you look at the simulator, one, the quality of the graphics is not going to be as good just because we're doing it off of a PC and the simulation software. And then some of the functions aren't going to work quite as fast as they do on a true mobile application, but you'll get the idea. Basically, I've taken 5 slider photographs and I put it behind your logo here. These sliders can be exchanged out by yourself seasonally or anytime you really want it. If somebody has a great picture and you want to replace one of the slides, it's very, very easy to do through our dashboard. Also, on this simulated application, I've got 3 hotkeys across the bottom. One is a call us function, and if you just simply tap on that, that would automatically then call the lodge or the number that you would like us to put on there. The second is a directions tab, and so when maybe people fly into Anchorage and they want to get directions turn by turn of how to get to your lodge, they can simply take out their phone, hit the directions button, and it will give them GPS directions all the way down to your lodge in Sedaltna from really anywhere they're at, whether it be Anchorage or Fairbanks or even Seattle. It'll take them up through the Alcan Highway and drop them right into you if you need to. The third button across is a share button. The share button is really cool. It's plugged into the social media that people have on their phone. So if they're plugged into Facebook, they can hit the share button and they'll share your application with all of their friends directly off of their news feed. A lot of people will give rewards for people that will share their application using this function. And again, that's really pretty cool the way that works. Across the bottom then we have 5 tabs. We have 4 hotkey tabs and then a more function that goes to additional functionality within the application. And I think you saw that with the Petersburg app. If we click on the Book a Trip, the Book a Trip then will launch a form that we will design out for you, customized, and you can put the information in there, and then that will email you and text message you when one of those comes in. And then we can follow pretty much the outline of your website. I'm very impressed with it. It looks like a great website. It's very well done. And so, for instance, under packages, we can put then the fishing, birding, photography, custom, Sunday specials, and then the cruise ship excursions. This is as far as I took this. Of course, there's a lot of work that has to go on to put that information across and share the photos and that sort of thing. But it'll look very, very good. Under the gallery, again, we can follow what you've done on your website, and we can have as many galleries as what you wish. We can tie it right into the Flickr galleries also, and so these will automatically be updated. If I go into the fishing gallery here, I have kind of a slider format, and it's kind of tough to do it on the simulator, but you move your finger back and forth, and it takes you through all of the photos that you have in that particular gallery. And I'll go back out here. Reports. Reports is really pretty cool. You can send out these push notifications that you and I talked about as often as you would like. There's no extra charge to send those out. A lot of marketing companies will hook you up through like text messaging and that sort of thing, and then charge you a penny a piece for all the text messages that go out. These are different than that. These are much better than text messages, and they come with the system, and they'll always be free of charge to send out as often as you would like. And so creating that communication with your potential customers. Under the More function, this is just some ideas of what we could have on additional functionality. I put in a Sedaltna tab, and under the Sedaltna tab, it's a GPS locator. It has restaurants, points of interest, and then stores. I can also hit a list button here, and it'll bring up the restaurant. I think this restaurant is actually in Cooper's Landing. But anyway, I borrowed the information, and I'm going to click on it, and I gave it a Sedaltna address. I've got some descriptions of the restaurant. I can put their menu here if I want. I can put in their phone number and automatically call them, get directions directly from the lodge. I can email them. I can look at their website. And this is a little photo that comes in here. So it's pretty cool. You can put in as many of these as you would like. We can actually even, I'll go back here, we can tag these different categories. So restaurants are in red, points of interest are in green, stores might be in purple. We can change the color, we can change the titling, and as long as we have a street address, it'll pull up the lat and long of those, and it'll give people driving directions to them. You were asking about putting videos on the site. We can sure do that. I borrowed this video from your photographer. That automatically comes up. I can click the play button and it'll start playing the video automatically. And if we have more than one video, there's a menu system behind it and people can come in and look at the videos there. Receive our newsletter. You and I talked about using MailChimp. That's something that we use a lot. We can tie this directly into MailChimp. One of the nice things about MailChimp, it's free for the first 500 contacts. People can come in here and put their name, email address, birthday, zip, country, and it'll automatically then drop into your email or your newsletter list that you have. What our clients say. What our clients say is a testimonial. Now this testimonial is a little different, and we can sure put the testimonials that you have on your site, but this one is tied directly into Facebook. And I put a testimonial in here for you. I believe it's even on my newsfeed now because I did it here. I clicked on that and I said, hey, what a great trip. Thank you, Marlowe's, for taking such good care of my family. Fishing was great, scenery was amazing, and people were a lot of fun. I'm sure River, I think it's River or Riviera or something like that, gained 5 pounds from all the treats that we gave her. And people can come in here and they can then post their testimonies, and those are automatically uploaded to their news feed on Facebook also. So again, it gives you some of that viral marketing abilities here. We have submit photos. How many times have you seen somebody come in with a photo from fishing, or maybe they're out taking wildlife pictures and that sort of thing, and you can then ask them for that photo, and whether or not it shows up, although it does look like you guys do a great job of getting some good photos, they can go here to the submit a photo, and it'll bring up their camera roll on their phone, and then they can send that photo to you very, very easily. In here also I put in the 2015 sportsman shows. It doesn't have to be sportsman shows. We can have it say 2015 Marlowe's calendar, and you can put in the different events that are going on around the different areas on the peninsula, and you can give people driving directions and details and that sort of thing. So again, it's really pretty cool. It's neat that we can customize it out. What we fish for, I think you saw this on the Petersburg Sports Fishing. We have pretty much any type of fish or any species of fish that you fish for. Since we do quite a bit in Alaska, we have all of that available. So up here we have the freshwater fish. If you click on it, it'll drive down and it'll show that it's rainbow trout, Dolly Varden, Arctic grayling, and steelhead. The thumbnails would show up. I haven't done that on this simulator except for the rainbow trout. I click on it and it brings up a nice description of a rainbow trout and then a little larger view of this. Again, we're creating like a tool for people, and we want them to use your application not only when they're thinking about coming to your lodge, but also when they're just out there fishing on their own, maybe in the lower 48, and it's a reason for them to keep the application on their phone. Alaska fishing regulations. Click here. Because the Alaska fishing regulations are so large and the PDF files are so big, we had to break that into many different parts. I don't know how many parts there are, maybe 6 or 7 of them. It takes a little bit here on this simulator to bring up the PDF document. We'll give it here just a couple seconds, and the Alaska fishing regulations for Southwest will come up. We exchange that out for you whenever those are updated, and we do that automatically for you. You can scroll through these on the screen, and you can enlarge them and that sort of thing, so you can see them on the smaller screen. But it's really pretty cool the way it works. Instead of wasting a bunch of time here, and I'm going to just go back, but you'll just trust me, that works very well. Here it is. So anyway, there's the Alaska fishing regulations for Southwest. I go back into the menu system and I come back here again. Purchase a Alaska fishing license. We have that here. We also have developed out a fish weight calculator. The fish weight calculator is really cool, and it's really designed for freshwater fish. What you do is you take the length and the girth of the fish right behind the front gills, and then it'll calculate out the weight of that fish based on the length and the girth. If I come in here and let's say I have a fish that's 24 inches long, and this isn't going to cooperate for me on the simulator. Anyway, you type in 24 inches long, 8 inches around the girth. It'll calculate the weight. You can take a photo then, and then that photo is then tagged with the length, the girth, and the weight. You can email it to yourself. You can email it to a fishing buddy, and it even tags it with the GPS location of where you took that photo. So theoretically, if you take the photo where you caught the fish, it'll tell you where you can go back and maybe catch that fish again. Also, we have a halibut weight chart in here also, and it's simply that, a PDF chart of the length of the halibut and then the estimated weight of that. Now, looking on your website, it looks like you give clamming instructions, and we can put in tide tables in here. The Department of Fish and Wildlife in Alaska has a really neat PDF document on how to dig razor clams and other shellfish, and I've put that into a couple apps for people. So anyway, that's just a quick little summation of what we can do that's branded for Marlowe, so you have an idea of some of the work that we do. Anyway, it takes out a couple weeks to develop out an application for you, and then we work with you, training you on how to update the information and how to use it and start marketing it with the QR codes and that sort of things that we do for you. Anyway, that's the demonstration. Thanks, Neil.